Tagovailoa. Blocked by Armstead. 2 into the end zone. Caught for the touchdown! Caught for the touchdown! Waddle! Miami has taken the lead! Well, the Baltimore Ravens once again.
We'll take a look at our Week 2 matchup, starting off with the player who loves to talk about himself a lot first. That's Kyle versus Alexa. Alexa looked decent coming into this week. However, Kyle is going to defeat her this week. Kyle defeats Alexa 153 to 121, which means Kyle moves to 2-0 and Alexa moves to 0-2. Next up, 2 more teams who are keeping their perfect tradition. It's Kelly versus Uncle David. Uncle David looking to bounce back from last week. However, Kelly did not let him, and Kelly is going to take the win this week, beating Uncle David. Kelly beats Uncle David 124 to 91, meaning that Kelly moves up to 2-0 and Uncle David falls to 0-2. Next up is our domestic abuse showdown. That's right, it's David versus Danielle. Now, David wanted to bounce back from his week 1 loss, and Danielle wanted to get her first win in the fantasy league. Danielle's prayers will not be answered as David defeats her 147 to 99. David moves up to 1-1, Danielle falls to 0-2. Next up, it's our other newcomer, Bob, taking on our champion, Chris. Now, Chris wanted to bounce back from his week 1 loss to Kyle, and Bob wanted to continue his winning streak as he beat David last week. However, Bob's winning streak comes to an end as Chris defeats him in week 2. Chris beats Bob 176 to 128, meaning Bob will fall to 1-1 and Chris will rise to 1-1. Our final game of week 2 is a hell of a match. It's William versus Justin. Now, Justin had a huge lead coming into Sunday. However, thanks to Tua Tagovailoa and Tyreek Hill, William destroys Justin's chance at victory and pulls out a massive win, just like the Dolphins did. Ooh, Miami. William beats Justin 185 to 147, making William our highest scoring player of the week, and meaning that he will rise to 2-0 and Justin will fall to 1-1. Now, before we go ahead and look at week 3, let's have a word from our sponsors. Hey, do you want to sell your home? Even if you don't, I still want to contact you about buying your home because I decided to become a real estate agent. Instead of doing what other real estate agents do and wait for people to approach me, I constantly harass people on a list I bought. It doesn't matter how many times you tell me no, I'm gonna keep on trying until you say yes. So please, sell me your home today so that way I can actually face my family and not have to kill myself because I'm a useless human being. You know what? It's gotten to that point, I just might as well. Inclusive.
Look at Elmer's African American right over there.
Inquisitive.
What if we just ingested the bleach?
Protective.
Maybe we should think about nuking the hurricane.
A real family man.
I've often said if she wasn't my daughter, Elmo would be dating her. Yay!
Elmo. Right for Florida.
I'm Elmo, and I approve this message.
Now let's go ahead and look at week 3. Starting out, we have the 0-2 Alexa, desperate for her first win, versus Bob, who's looking for his second win of the season. We'll see what happens. Next up, it's Spousal Abuse Part 2 as Justin and Kelly take each other on. Justin at 1-1 and Kelly at 2-0. Kelly's looking at a great start, hoping to continue it, and Justin's looking to get some stride back after losing to William. Next up, it's the Battle of the Davids as the 0-2 Uncle David takes on the 1-1 David. David looking to continue his winning streak, and Uncle David looking for his first win of the season. Next up, we have the 0-2 Danielle taking on Chris at 1-1. Danielle really looking to get her win streak going, and Chris looking to continue his win streak after his big win against Bob this week. So, good luck to both of you. And as much as it pains me to say this, our final game of the week is the most important one to pay attention to. It's Kyle versus William. Both teams are sitting at 2-0. Both teams have performed very well. Both teams are going to enter with a perfect record. One team's going to fall. We'll see which one it is. Good luck to both of you. So that's going to wrap up week 2. Things to keep in mind, again, still plenty of players on the free agency who are making big waves. So if you are short in a certain position, go ahead and check free agency. There might be someone there for you to grab. Also, trades may be something that you want to consider. Other players in our league may have something that you need. If you want to see if they're willing to give it up to you, make an offer for a trade. I mean, come on. If anybody needs a good defense, I've got two. And lastly, this is a bit of an important note I want to end on. Our dear friend Sean Mason, his wife Maureen, is looking at a double lung transplant and is looking for funds for the operation. I'm going to link to her GoFundMe page here. If you can donate, please do. It would really help. Please get better soon, Mo. We want nothing but the best for you. Sean, reach out if you guys need help with anything. I'll be happy to help. And so will the rest of the league. We're here for you. So until next week, everybody please stay safe, have fun, and I leave you with this ethical question. If you have sex with a clone of yourself, is it masturbation or incest? Have a great week while you ponder that. So, as I told you all last week, we sadly lost Midnight and Charlie at the start of 2022 because, well, God's a bitch. But we do have some good news. We got kittens! This here is Binksy. He's a little bitty baby. He's super gentle. I call him a jelly bean. I actually call them all jelly beans. And he's one of our sweet, lovable new additions to our family. I will introduce you to the other kittens we've adopted in the coming videos.